Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be going over the 2018 bullet journal setup along with a plan with me for January. I'm using the Leuchtturm 1917 bullet journal with the dotted points in the book and also the page numbers located in the corner. So there's an index section in the beginning of the journal. It's blank for now because I normally use it and put it in as I go, but it's something useful to have. So moving on after the index section is my first page. I have sort of like a 2018 start of the year with fireworks on top, and then underneath that I have a legend or key if you want to call it, and this is just the simple basic symbols to notate throughout my journal. So moving on to the next section is my future log. I like to have the entire year here, so it's a year at a glance on one page, and then to the right is where I'll input any important events or trips that I'll be taking on this side. Just very brief on the right side because it's a little small, but if I need to reference it further in detail, then obviously I'll go to my weekly log for that. So what I have here is a workout tracker. It's an overview of the entire year. I have January all the way to December right here and the days on the left side. This is just to track me getting to the gym and working out because I don't really go on the regular, so I'm just trying to take it step by step. Nothing crazy like tracking cardio and weights and all that. This is just to get myself to the gym first and then we'll go from there. So just keep myself accountable. This is a habit tracker. So on the right side of my spread is a travel bucket list or travel plan for 2018. There are places that I'm revisiting, so it's not really a bucket list, but there are also new places I would like to visit. So it's just a little spread here. I'll probably just doodle in places that I want to see or just write them in here. So my next spread is a brain dump area for my blog and for my channel. I'm trying to work harder for 2018, keep myself organized, and any idea that I have come up, I'll put it here and then hopefully be able to execute it. As some of you may know, I do have a 9-to-5 job Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends I do help out at the nail salon. So yes, life is pretty busy, but then the wedding is over this year, so hopefully I have more time to commit to my blog and my channel. So that's pretty much all I have for 2018 setup so far. So let's move on to January plan with me. So this is my sketch for the January spread. I'm trying to do more drawings this year in my 2018 bullet journal versus last year. I did very minimal, so hopefully I'll have more time to do prettier spreads in 2018 bullet. So I sketched this out first in pencil and then now I'll be going over it. Otherwise, this would be a very long film. So here are some of my favorite pens that I use in this bullet journal. Here is the Tombow Calligraphy pen WSB S150, and then here's a thinner version of the pen in WSB H150. I will link everything that I've used in this video below, and also here is a Sharpie black fine point that I also use in my bullet journal. So overall, these are the three main pens that I use throughout my journal. So using my black Sharpie, I am going over the dates for the month of January on this spread. And then for anything important dates, I will either go in to highlight the numbers or circle it in a different color. And now I'm using the Tombow pen to go over these titles. This isn't really calligraphy in my opinion. I'm not really good at it. I'm practicing it, but this is sort of like print / cursive with a little bit of calligraphy in it. But yeah, and now I'm going over these stats. This is just a YouTube sign, and then this is representative of my blog, and then this is the Instagram logo, the old school logo that I like better. Also, for those of you that are starting out your bullet journal, I found these stencils on Amazon and I found it to be very useful starting out. It helped with, making banners and stuff like that. So I'll link that below if you're interested in using that for your bullet journal. So after going over it with pen, I use an eraser just to clean up some pencil marks that are still left over. So moving on to the left side, I'm going in with a thicker Tombow calligraphy pen for the big title, January. With calligraphy, I believe you're supposed to have thicker strokes when going downward. So that's what I'm redoing here, just re-outlining the downward strokes. And then going in with my Sharpie, I am just going over these snowflakes that I have here. What I drew here is a cardinal bird. I believe the red cardinal is our state bird in Virginia. Just a bird sitting on a branch and looking into the snow. So I'm just drawing over the snowflakes here. They're pretty simple snowflakes. They're a little different just to give it a little variety, but yeah, just simple snowflakes on this spread. And now I'll go in with my Sharpie again to outline my little bird here. It's a little plump, but I like plump birds. They need to keep warm for the winter. And now I'm just outlining the branch that my birdie is sitting on. So now I'm going in with some color using the dual-sided markers by DBM Art Company. There's 24 of them in here, a variety of colors, some pastels, some dark ones, and I think it's pretty nice to have. So they're dual-sided, one is brush tip and the other is fine tip. This is what the brush tip looks like, easier for coloring in light strokes, and then the fine tip is for a more precise drawing or coloring. So going in with this blue marker, I will outline the snowflakes. So this blue is a little darker than what I wanted. Probably should have tested it first, but it's okay. I will go over later with a lighter blue and mix it together. And then I'm just using my eraser to clean up the pencil marks here. And then using the same light blue for the snowflakes, I'm going in with the title, just marking it all on the left side, just give it a little color and definition. And then using the red brush tip, I am filling in the cardinal. I'm making sure that I'm just going over the lines once and not making it any darker, so that way in the middle I can go over it to make it more defined to show his wings. And now using a brown marker, I'm outlining the branch. And now I'm just going to fill in my little stats here to add some color on the right side. So this is my January cover spread. I'll fill it in as I go as far as the dates and stuff, but this is a lot more creative than what I've done in the past. My previous bullet journal, I didn't do as much drawing. It was just very minimalistic, but now I just want to add some creativity to it. And I'm also changing up my weekly spread. Right now I have it in blocks like this, as previously I just had it straight across, and I'm also adding more artwork to it. So now I'm just going over with a Sharpie the outline of the boxes for the weekly spread. I'm only going to do one spread because it'll take forever otherwise, and I'll do the rest off camera. And then using my calligraphy pen, I am going over the notes and the days of the week. And then a quick coffee break because that took forever. And now going in with my black Sharpie, I'm just outlining all my drawings here. This is a beanie with some mittens. And I'm adding some snowboard, skis, and ski poles here because this weekend we are going on a snowboarding trip. So I decided to just add some artwork to that. And then I'm using a magenta marker just to add a little color to my beanie and mittens. And then moving to the next week, I just added the same snowflakes I did on the January cover. Again, I'm still following every week the same winter theme for January. And then moving on to the next week, it's the same layout, however I have a little penguin here in the corner. And then the last week of January I have in here for my weekly log is a cute little snowman with a scarf. In case you haven't noticed, I like adding scarf to my artwork. Just make sure all of my creatures are warm for the winter, and I'm just outlining it and then throwing in a little bit of color. So that is it for my January plan with me. Again, this is my January cover. Once I start going into plan it, I will use a different color to highlight a specific date for a special event or holiday like I'm doing here. And then after highlighting it, I will notate it below where it says important dates. And then I will go in to fill out my goals and tasks and stats for the month. And then there you go. This is my January spread. And I hope you guys found this video to be useful. Hope you guys got some inspiration from this, and happy new year. I wish you all the best in 2018, and happy bullet journaling. As always, thank you so much for tuning in today. Hope you guys liked it. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a safe and happy new year, and I'll see you in my next video.